cut that too thick. Oh, it'll have to work. Because I don't feel like changing it. Howdy, howdy. Ugh. Who's making boo-boos? Julie, I need you to come and do my makeup every night. Ugh. You know what? I'm gonna look weird tonight. And that's okay. I embrace my weirdness. I mean, what the heck? Other times, it just wants to be the devil. It'll have to do. Y'all can still look at me, right? I don't look horrific. Oh, thank you. I messed up right there, but I don't claim to be a makeup professional. I just tell scary stories. Oh, I love the lighting. Can y'all see the ghost? This is creepy. Hey, X. happy with the candles and everything. Thank you. X. I need a Paranormal Files live one. You're welcome. I was like, I told Mr. Night Queen, I'm like, I've got to use my bottle or X is going to get all over me. Hey, Pamela. Hey, honey. Hey, Leslie Marie. Hello, Rebecca Wolf. I got you, Julie. Hey, Melanie. Hello, Matt Klein. Let's start reposting. Hey, Paul. Hey, Melanie sent 400 comments to my live. Yay. And join my fan club for 1 month. Yes, thank you so much. Hey, Kim. Hey, Goddess Lovely. Y'all are very kind. Hey, Tara. Feeling a bit better, a little bit. Hey, Diana. Mystic, thank you for sharing the live. Let's share it. Let's repost it. Let's put it on the FYF. Let's go ahead and start tapping that screen. Share it with everyone. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. If everyone will go in and start posting and doing these things, it's going to make a difference. Mystic, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Amy. Hey, Carol. Trying to go through all the names, anyone that I might have missed when I was botching my eye makeup. Hey, Kimmy. You like it, Gordon? Yeah. I think it's more understated and it's creepy. It looks like a ghost. It's gonna walk out of the background. Oh, thank you, Mystic. Thank you. Hey, Cross Lady. All my peeps are coming in. All my seekers. Who's ready for the Perron? Share your story, share it to your story. That's what I was trying to think of the other night. Oh, that sounds awesome, Becca. I just called you Becca like my cousin. Tonight's gonna be good. Who has dreamed of Bathsheba? Awesome, Cross Lady. Welcome, Seekers. When you're tapping the screen, mine are this really pretty purple. Hey, Tracy. How you doing tonight? Yeah, that's cute. I love SpongeBob. Hey, over there in the Y channel. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. I am also, I was talking with one of the seekers earlier today, and I was just telling him how much I love the paranormal. And he was saying that this show is so different, that this stream is so different. That really made me feel good. And he felt like he could really open up and talk about the paranormal and all the things that he has wanted to say, but thought that he would face, ridicule for it. He just loves it because he's able to come in and be himself. And that's what I want here. I want every one of you to be able to come in and let's just talk about these cases together in the paranormal. And that is the reason that I started this Paranormal Files live stream. So I want you to come in and I want you to enjoy as we discuss night 2 of the Perron haunting, which is what The Conjuring was based on. I know, wasn't that cool? Designs, hello, welcome back in. Well, thank you, Cross Lady. I appreciate that. Janet Cookie, hello. Oh, and that was the other thing that someone else said to me was, you not only cover the paranormal, the most popular, hottest paranormal cases, but you even narrate them and you go into character. And that this particular lady, which would like to remain anonymous, she said that, she had never seen that before. So we have something very special here to kindly to those. So you can go on and just slither on out. Hello, Rhonda. Welcome in. Let's finish up this song. I cannot stand listening to a song that I really, really like and then having to just cut it off in the middle. It's like I want to work it. I want to hear it. Let's start using those stickers. is. Hello, sugar shells. Welcome in. I'm trying to keep it kind of in the middle. There's that better. I'll just show pictures throughout. Everyone, join hands. We're going to attempt to make contact with the spirits in this house. Carolyn Perron. I don't feel right. Something's wrong. Ed Warren. Lorraine, maybe we should. There's a loud crash. Objects start flying across the room. A scream. The temperature drops. Then, Carolyn's voice changes. Deeper. Older. Venomous. And out of nowhere, a sound erupts from Carolyn's mouth. And then words. Get out. Get out of my house. Get out of my house. Wrong. Evil. Roger Perron. Carolyn! Carolyn! Carolyn turns and looks at him. But he knows his wife. And he knows what she looks like. What she sounds like. And it's not her. That's not my wife. Get it out of her! Lorraine Warren. She's being possessed. Ed, we need to break the connection now. Furniture breaking. Carolyn Bathsheba screaming. Harrisville, Rhode Island, March 1974. The Perron family has been living with the haunting now for 3 years. Tonight, they invited Ed and Lorraine Warren, famous paranormal investigators, to help them. The Warrens suggested a seance to document the entities, to gather evidence. But something went wrong. Bathsheba didn't just appear, she possessed Carolyn. And what the Warrens filmed that night, what Roger captured on camera, would become some of the most compelling evidence of demonic possession ever documented. But it wouldn't save the family because the church would refuse to help. And the parents would be trapped in that house for 6 more years. Welcome back to Paranormal Files Live. I'm Bryn Morgan. This is night 2 of the Perron family haunting. Monday night, we investigated 1971, the first year, the family moving in, meeting the spirits, Bathsheba emerging, the attacks beginning. Tonight, we are going to investigate 1972 through 1974. We call those the escalation years. The violence increases. Carolyn's desperation leads to a terrible mistake. The seller entity grows stronger, and the Warrens arrive. But their help comes with a price, the most terrifying seance in their career, and a possession that nearly unalives Carolyn Perron. Let's continue the investigation, shall we? Welcome back, seekers. Time for roll call. Drop it in the chat. Were you here Monday? Are you new? And what's your location? I'm from South Carolina. Let's find out where all our seekers hail from. Terry Westerskov, welcome in. Good to see you. Drive-by Gifter, aka Justin. I love that. Arkansas. Monday. Most of you have been here. Pamela. How you doing, Anna? Brenda, thank you for the repost and thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Marilee, welcome in. Minnesota. Andrea Castillo, Texas. Earl from Louisiana, new, welcome in. Andrea, thank you for the follow. Mystic from Vermont. Love Vermont. I hope to visit there one day. So, we are all over the country tonight. Quick recap for those just joining tonight. Night 1. It's January 1971. The Perron family moved into the old Arnold estate in Harrisville, Rhode Island. Now this house is over 300 years old, and the house is haunted by at least 8 spirits. Most of those were told by the little girl, April, the youngest, who is 5 years old and is a sensitive. Most are benign, but Bathsheba Sherman is nothing to mess with. She's a malevolent spirit who died in 1885, and she is violently attacking Carolyn. The family is financially trapped and cannot leave. Can you imagine being trapped in a haunted house with a violent spirit that stabs you with sewing needles? Tonight, we explore 1972 through 1974, 3 years of escalating violence, a seance that makes everything worse, and Ed and Lorraine Warren's investigation that ends in possession. Hey, Pink. Before we begin, I have a question for you, seekers. Have you ever participated in a seance or used a Ouija board session? Drop a yes or a no. It would be very horrifying indeed. Oh, we have some that have. Anna has, Palm has. Teresa says no. Kim says yes. Cross Lady says yes. Tracy, yup. Gordon, no. Amy, yes. Sandy, as a child at sleepovers. Karen, yes. Diana, no. Turtle Woman, yes. When I was young, Pamela says. Shirley, yes. And I told my story. Yes, you did. I remember it. Melanie, yes, but never again. Earl, no boards for me. Pink, heck no. Miles, welcome in. Welcome in, my friend. I haven't. For those who have, you know the risk. You know that it can open doors that shouldn't be opened. Tonight, you'll see what happens when you invite spirits to communicate with you, and something malevolent answers in return. Tonight, we're covering 1972, daily life in a haunted house. The attacks on Caroline intensify. Carolyn's first seance, huge mistake. And this isn't the first time that I have heard that. I have heard multiple people that have had seances and it has backfired on them. Have you heard those cases? Have you experienced that? 1973 is the darkest year. The cellar entity emerges. Possession attempts begin. 1974, the Warrens arrive. The infamous seance in Carolyn's possession, and why that the church refuses to help. Let's investigate. It's January 1972. They've been in the house for 1 year. The family at this point has learned to survive as best as they can, slamming doors, windows opening and closing on their own, the sounds of sweeping at night, always between 3 and 4 a.m., clocks stopping on their own, every clock, every watch. That is weird. Shadows in their rooms, a woman petting April on the head like a mother, a soldier who is watching over them, Oliver, a young boy. He doesn't talk much, but he likes to play. And then we have Bathsheba, and unfortunately, all of her attention is centered on Carolyn Perron. So they're trying to survive, but at this point, survive is all that they can do. Let me describe a typical day in the Perron house. Morning, 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. They're waking up. They're waking up because they wake up exhausted. They sleep with every light on in the house. 3 a.m. activity keeps them up every night. All of them wear a sleep mask. They check for new scratches and bruises on their mother. Carolyn almost always has new marks on her. The electric bill is astronomical. Can you imagine having to leave the lights on in the house 24 hours, 7 days a week? The house smells of rotten flesh. I couldn't deal with it. Sulfur or funeral flowers. Temperature is wrong. Some rooms are freezing. You can blow the frost out of your mouth when you walk in. Others are normal. The family eats together in the kitchen for breakfast. Objects move on their own. Everyone sees it. No one mentions it anymore. The coffee pot unplugs. The kitchen drawers open, and the cabinets, and all slam at once. Dishes rearrange themselves. That can be beneficial if they wash themselves. Footsteps upstairs, but there's no one up there. The children just look up the steps. Which one's doing it now? The sweeping woman is heard in the parlor. She doesn't even try to hide it anymore. She sweeps all the time. This is the new normal. Getting ready. Girls prepare for school. They don't talk about the haunting to friends. They will be labeled crazy. Teachers notice that they're exhausted and falling behind, wondering what's going on. Abuse in the household? No friends visit. Word has spread about the house. The family is isolated. Roger goes to work, leaves around 8 a.m. He's a truck driver, and God help him, he's happy for the escape. Happy that he can leave that dreadful place and drive and get away from it. The sounds, the screaming, the torment of watching what his wife is going through. And secretly, he's beginning to save money because he wants to take his family and leave. He feels guilty, though, leaving Carolyn alone with those spirits. Works long hours to avoid being home, because when he is home, it's arguing. Hearing Carolyn cry as she's attacked by Bathsheba again. And he's trying to save as much money as he can so they can leave. But the fact of the matter is, it's going to take a while. Carolyn alone. This is when Bathsheba attacks her. Morning attacks are the worst for some reason. Carolyn does housework, tries to maintain normalcy, listens to music, but she's constantly looking over her shoulder because she knows that it's coming. The stabbing, the attacks, the pulling of her hair, the pushing down the stairs. Afternoon, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., the girls come home from school. Around 3 p.m., they check on Carolyn. They know that she's probably been attacked that day. They do homework together. Safety in numbers. No one leaves without someone else. They avoid certain rooms. Never go to the cellar. Thank you, Zoe Ann. Never go to the barn alone. Phenomena during daylight. Doors open and closing constantly. Footsteps throughout the house. Voices, whispers, crying, sometimes arguing. Cold spots then move. Objects disappear and reappear. The soldier spirit watches over the girls. April talks to Oliver, the little boy. Evenings, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Roger comes home. Around 6 p.m., the family attempt to have dinner together. They try to pretend that things are normal. but objects fly off shelves. A cabinet door opens and a plate falls off, and then takes flight across the room and hits Carolyn smack in her forehead, causing a thin line. And then it begins to open, and blood begins to pour, barely missing her eye. Doors slam. The presence is always there. At the dinner table, all 7 family members are together. This is their safe time. They pray, although they don't know why, because it doesn't seem to work. They talk about school, work, anything but the haunting, anything but the doors slamming and shutting upstairs on their own, anything but another cabinet opening and another object flying through the kitchen and headed toward the dining room. They can hear it. The footsteps upstairs, the doors closing, the whispers. After dinner, the girls do their homework. Carolyn clears the kitchen. Roger tries to fix things around the house. Constant repairs needed, anything to get his mind off of what is going on in this house. The activity increases as night approaches. Night, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Bedtime preparation. Girls sleep together in one room. They're too scared to sleep alone now. Lights stay on. Roger and Carolyn take turns staying awake to guard the girls. One of them is always on watch. 3 a.m., the worst hour. This is when everything happens. The sweeping begins every single night without fail. Bathsheba is most active again at 3 a.m. The cellar door that has got a padlock on it is found unlocked in the mornings. Carolyn is attacked, scratched, pulled, and now another thing has been added to it. She's being strangled. The girls hear things, voices, footsteps, crying. The soldier's spirit appears, and he's in a protective stance. 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., the most dangerous hour. No one sleeps. Everyone is awake, terrified, and waiting for dawn. Waiting for it all to begin again. A vicious circle. After 4 a.m. is when they're able to get sleep. The activity decreases. Family might get 2 to 3 hours of sleep. And then the cycle starts again. This is their daily life, seekers. I want you to put yourself in their shoes, experiencing this every single day for years. Tell me what you think in the chat. Hey there, Goddess Lovely. Absolutely a miserable way to live. Lola, thank you for the follow. So traumatic. Can you imagine? Pamela says, you think that soldier would be more useful. Yeah, he just seems to want to, take care of the girls. Hey, Cherish. One second, X. Melanie says, I just couldn't live that way. A lot of you say that, I just couldn't, I would have to go. I honestly do not think I'd be able to do it. Cherish says, I would need to stay intoxicated 24/7, right? Karen, I can't imagine. Anna says, no sleep for me too. Gordon says, I think I would eventually go mad. Oh, yeah. Um, Sandy says, I couldn't do it. I would break mentally. X says, for sure, hotel on wheels. Right. Um, right. The church will not help them. And we will find out here in a minute, why they will not. But I wouldn't be able to do it. And I can kind of identify them because I am a horrible sleeper. I get most of my sleep between 4 and 6-ish. That's when I really go into a deep sleep. So I know how it feels to go without sleep, for sure. So this isn't a one-night haunting. Kim says I would have to leave that house. Oh yeah, I'm very cranky if I don't get rest. So this is a one-night haunting. That's what I'm wanting you to really grasp. This is years of constant, relentless phenomena that is happening every single day. The exhaustion alone would break most people, but somehow the Perrons endure. It's 1972 and the family develops a routine. They adapt, but the attacks on Carolyn don't stop. I want to show you what Carolyn endures. 1972. Bathsheba's attacks on Carolyn become more frequent, more violent, and more personal. Now, I was doing a little bit more research on the hanging woman, the crooked-necked woman. A lot of people seem to think that Bathsheba and this hanging woman are one and the same. So, because she did unalive herself in the barn. So that just adds another level of creepy to me of Bathsheba appearing to Carolyn with a broken neck. I just scared myself. Thank you. January 1972, and my neck cracked. Ow. Physical attacks. Scratches appear daily. 3 marks, like claws, deep enough to scar. Can you imagine this? On her arms, her legs, her back, her face. They appear spontaneously. Family witnesses them appearing. Sometimes they will even spell out letters or symbols, pushed constantly. Andrea talked about how she would see her mother walk across the living room floor, and then suddenly something would just come up behind her and just push her. And I'm not talking about like a light shove. I'm talking about push. And seeing her mom knocked into walls, knocked into furniture. Downstairs, Carolyn falls multiple times and the injuries begin to accumulate. She is pushed into walls, through doorways, feels invisible hands shoving her hard. Her hair pulled violently. Another incident was she was sitting on the couch and then suddenly something just reached down, grabbed her hair, twisted it, and started pulling her up. And she's sitting there in front of her girls while this is happening. She's yanked backward down the stairs. Patches of her hair torn out, bald spots developing, blood, sores. found holding clumps of her own hair and wondering, what do I do? February 1972. New attacks. Bruises appear overnight, shaped like handprints. Bathsheba is beginning to try to strangle Carolyn. There are restraint marks on her wrist and pressure marks on her chest. Bites. Human teeth marks on her arms, her shoulders. Indentions visible. The family sees them and Roger is horrified. But they stay. So you're going to sit there and let your wife be brutally attacked, and you're going to let it happen? I don't know, Roger. February 1972. Carolyn wakes up with new injuries. Roger, he's looking at her arms and he's devastated. Carolyn, oh my God! Carolyn looking down. Yeah, it happened again during the night. Bite marks. Clear human teeth indentions on her forearms. Roger, we have to leave. I don't care about the money. We'll figure it out. You can't keep enduring this. Carolyn. Carolyn. She says, where will we go, Roger? We've been through this. We have no savings. We can't afford to rent. Our families can't take all 7 of us in, and I'm not breaking up my family. Roger. Then what do we do? Let her unalive you? Carolyn. Quiet, defeated. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Downstairs, they hear it. The sweeping. Even though it's 7 a.m., not 3 a.m. And Bathsheba is letting them know she's there. She's always there. Now that was something that I read about too, that she's also the woman that is sweeping. And I've also heard that, sometimes she would appear young, sometimes she would appear old. So here we go, Seekers. Carolyn is being scratched, pushed, bitten, strangled daily for years. Her family watches and can't stop it. This is torture, systematic, relentless torture. What would you do if you were in their same position, no money? Where would you do? Where would you go? Elevated Goddess, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I would not put up with it. I would not. Cindy says, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Pamela says, insane. Pink says, I'd be like, no, I'm sorry. I cannot watch you suffer like this. Hey, T-Dubs, welcome in. Maxilla, welcome in. If some entity was attacking my loved one, no, I'm getting them out. I don't care by force. I would make her leave anyway. Right, that's what I would have done. Kim says, if Roger is saving money, why not get a motel for at least a few days? I don't know. I guess because he thought maybe it was just going to be thrown away and he wanted to keep it for something that was going to, thank you, Leslie Marie, that he wanted to keep it for like an actual rental. Tracy says, get the hell out of there. Cherish says, luckily I have family that can take me in. Karen says, run. Anna says, I would move in with someone or go to a shelter. Um, Leslie Marie, thank you for watching my live for 100 minutes, honey. Um, Cherish says, and this is good. I wonder if Carolyn is becoming trauma bonded. Could be. Could be. This is breaking Carolyn physically and mentally. March 1972, the psychological attacks. Bathsheba isn't just hurting Carolyn's body. She's attacking her mind. The voice. Carolyn begins to hear Bathsheba's voice constantly. And these are the things she's saying. Get out. This is my house. You don't belong here. I will unalive you. Your children will die. The threats. Bathsheba starts threatening the girls now. This terrifies Carolyn more than her own injuries. She tells Carolyn, bodily and verbally, I will take them from you. They will die here, like the others. The visions. Carolyn sees Bathsheba everywhere, in mirrors, in windows, standing at the foot of her bed, in the parlor, sweeping, watching her with a crooked neck. Sometimes Bathsheba, and this was very interesting. I had never heard this, and you can even, let me know if you have. But there were accounts of sometimes Bathsheba was holding a dead infant in her arms. Sometimes she's holding a needle. And she's always smiling. And I will tell you, if she smiles anything like the creepy videos that Kimmy and Julie and X have been making, I would not want to run it into this woman. So Carolyn can't sleep. When she tries, Bathsheba immediately attacks her. She starts to feel suffocation, pressure on her chest, can't breathe, nightmares when she does manage to sleep, dreams of Bathsheba unaliving her children. And she wakes up gasping, covered in sweat, and terrified. Then the health deterioration starts. Carolyn loses weight rapidly. She's malnourished. You know how when something's going wrong or when you're super excited, your stomach is just a bundle of nerves and you just can't eat? Well, hers is from terror. Constant pain from injuries. She's exhausted mentally and physically. Depression is developing very rapidly. And considers unaliving herself. Bathsheba whispers it to her. Do it. End it. Because I'm not going to stop. So, seekers. Carolyn is being physically attacked, psychologically tortured, sleep deprived, and threatened now that her children will be unalived. What do you think she should do? Drop your advice in the comments. X is funny. She says, nope, I eat right through that. Right, Miles. You would think that that would have been a wise thing to do. Okay, so cleanse and call an archangel for assistance. Pink says, I'd say that's your loss for not leaving. Oh, I love Palo Santo. I love it. Pamela says, gotta get out. Pink says, you should have left. So, leave, get help, fight back, therapy, etc. And it's all good advice. But here's what Carolyn does. She decides to fight back. And that decision makes everything worse. April 1972. 15 months in the house. Carolyn is desperate at this point. The attacks are unbearable. Roger can't protect her, and the girls are traumatized. And now with this new level of Bathsheba telling her that she is going to unalive her children, she's terrified. She needs answers. She needs help. So she makes a decision that will haunt her for the rest of her life. She invites a medium to the house. Now, this is not Ed and Lorraine Warren. This is a medium. The medium is a local woman well known in the community, and she claims to be able to communicate with spirits. She has done seances before. Carolyn hears about her through her friend and hopes that she can make the spirits leave. Now, Roger is completely opposed to this. She tells him one night over dinner, absolutely not. No seances, no mediums, no inviting this in. Carolyn, Roger, you're not the one that's being attacked every day. I have bruises, scratches, marks. I can't live like this. She's threatening the children now. Roger, a seance is only going to make it worse, Carolyn. You're going to be inviting spirits to communicate. You're going to be opening a door. Carolyn, and you're the skeptic. The door is already open, Roger. We're already in hell. They're already here. I need to understand what they want. Maybe if we can communicate with them, they'll leave. Roger, honey, they're not going to leave. This is their house. They were here first. A seance is only going to give them more power. Carolyn, I don't care what you say, Roger, she says as she stands up from the table and points her finger at him. She has bruises all over her face, scratches all over her face, all over her body. I'm doing it, with or without your permission. I can't take this anymore. Roger, fine, but I'm telling you, he hollers after her, this is a mistake. Roger is right. It's a mistake. A big one. The Seance, April the 15th, 1972. The medium comes to the Arnold house. The seance is held in the parlor where most of the activity happens. Present at this seance are Carolyn, Roger, the medium, and Andrea, who is age 13 right now and documenting their oldest daughter. The other daughters have been sent to a neighbor's house. It is evening, and it is around 8 p.m. There's a knock on the door. Carolyn and Roger and Andrea look at one another. It's her. It's her. Roger walks to the door and opens it. I am, she remains anonymous. I am here for the seance. Yes, come in, come in. Roger leads the medium into the dining room table. Candles are lit. I prefer to work with the lights off if you don't mind. So Roger turns off all the lights. Carolyn and Roger sit across from her. Andrea is terrified of her and stands in the doorway watching. The medium closes her eyes and then opens them. She looks around. We're here to communicate with the spirits in this house. We mean no harm. We only seek to understand. Will you speak with us? Silence. Then the temperature drops drastically. Everyone can see their breath in front of them with only the candle light. The medium. There's a presence here. More than one. Multiple presences. I can feel them. Carolyn. Can you tell them to leave? She asked in a desperate whisper. Can you tell them that this is our home now? Medium. I can try, but first, I need to know who they are. She closes her eyes and concentrates. There's a boy. He's nothing to be afraid of. He's just curious. So many talking all at once. I hear you, I hear you. The soldier, he guards them. And then the medium's eyes widen. I'm sensing a woman. She's very angry. She's been here a long time. She says this is her house. She won't leave. Carolyn. That's Bathsheba. Can you talk to her? She's the one that's attacking me. Can you make her stop attacking me? She's here. Right now. in this room. Everyone looks around. The corner of the parlor, the cold spot is even colder, forced, frost forming. Medium. She's very powerful. And so angry. A crash. A picture flies off the wall and shatters. Roger. We should stop this. Medium. Too late. She's already engaged. Objects start flying, dishes from the cabinet, books from shelves, chairs sliding across the floor. And then Bathsheba, voice coming from everywhere and nowhere, old, raspy, and hateful. Get out. Medium. She stands terrified. She snaps out of whatever she was in. I can't do this. This entity is too strong. You need a priest. You need the church. I can't help you. You don't have to pay me anything. She runs from the house, leaves her belongings. She's gone. The seance is over. The medium is gone. But the phenomena doesn't stop. After the medium leaves, the objects continue flying for another hour, Andrea documented. Doors slamming throughout the house. Bathsheba's voice screaming, "Get out," over and over and over again. And from that night forward, the attacks on Carolyn only grow worse. Seekers. Carolyn invites a medium to help. The seance makes everything worse. The medium flees. Why do you think there was such a visceral reaction to the medium? Drop your theories in the chat. Pink says, damn, there you go. She made it worse and then leaves. Yes, Palm. Lindy Smith, thank you for the follow. Thank you for sharing the live. If you haven't shared the live yet, if you haven't shared the live, oh my God, I said it again. Right, Miles. The question is, why is that spirit so angry? Bathsheba is absolutely livid, absolutely full of rage. Use your stickers, light them up. Cross Lady, she knew the spirit was bad. Anna says, yeah, just made it worse. Exactly. I have a lot of bloopers lately, X. Tigger, welcome in. So, Roger warned her, but she was desperate. And now, Bathsheba is just angrier than ever. So, Miles, if you haven't, did the research on the Perron's haunting, Bathsheba was ostracized, basically shunned from her community. She was a child caregiver, and a child ended up passing, and she was accused of it. She was actually, in court. They found her not guilty, but still, in that community back in the 1700s, it was a total shunning. No one would speak with her, no one would talk to her, and she just became very angry and very enraged. April to June 1972. After the seance, everything intensifies. Carolyn, attacks are more violent, scratches are deeper, pushed harder, more often, down the steps. One time she's walking up the steps with a basket of laundry to take upstairs to the kids' rooms, and she is pushed from behind. She hits the steps and cuts her chin all the way across. The strangling attempts increase, and she's not. Bathsheba originally was just trying to strangle her while she was sleeping, but now it's in the daylight hours, and it can be anywhere at any moment. Bathsheba appears more frequently. Now she's appearing to the children, to Roger and Carolyn's daughters. Let's take a 10-minute intermission. We're going to leave it there. It's about to get really good. We're going to leave it there, and when we come back, we will continue our investigation of case number 5, night 2, the Perron haunting, which The Conjuring was based on. Hope you're enjoying it. I know I am. I'll be right back. I forgot to set my timer again. Made chocolate chip pancakes for dinner. Oh, candy bars. Kim's having a candy bar. Pink, me too. Now I'm craving chocolate. Thank you so much. Congratulations on your retirement. Cherish candy canes. Do you know how much I love candy canes? In fact, I had a cup of hot chocolate the other night, and I took my candy cane and dropped it down in it and let it melt, and then I piled a bunch of whipped cream. There you go, Anna. Write a book. In the nose and out the mouth. Relax. Thank you, Melanie. Oh, cherry candy canes. I love them all. I've never had an M&M candy cane. That sounds amazing. That's gonna have to go on my grocery list. Oh, thank you, Andrea. Thank you so much for that compliment. I appreciate that so much. Triscuits and cheese. That is something that Mr. Night Queen and myself love. Extra sharp cheddar cheese with my Triscuits. Let's please keep tapping. Let's keep sharing if we can. Repost if you haven't. Make sure that you are using hashtag FYF. Well, hello there, little Sparky. Where have you been, little wee one? It's never too late. Never too late. Hey, Hopi love. Oh yeah, extra sharp is the only way to go. Oh, look at you looking up at the camera. I love cheese. And she knows it. Thank you, Hopi love. Oh yeah, oh. I've never tried cheese in the can for Triscuits. I bet that's good. She is a big girl. No, she just constantly gets into trouble. Can you stop? Is that possible? No, Miles, that sounds amazing. Thank you, Rebecca. She is lazy and gets into everything, and then she wants to come in here and hog this. Ow! And bite my fingers. I've never had that. That is something I'm gonna have to try. Cheese whiz on pumpernickel. Mmm. She is spoiled. And Mr. Night Queen says I'm the one that did it. I did not. He's the one who did it. What are you doing? Love cheese. Is it time? Stop. Stop it. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm threatening my cat on the live. Stop. What did you just knock my earrings off into the floor? Citrine. You're a terrible cat, and welcome back to Paranormal Falls. And scene. Debatable. So when we were just getting ready to go to intermission, things have only intensified because of the seance. And the attacks that became more violent on Carolyn, the scratches are deeper. She's pushed harder, more often. Strangling attempts increase, and Bathsheba appears more frequently. And now, Bathsheba has a new target. The children. Welcome back to the second half of Paranormal Files Live. I'm Bryn Morgan. I'm a horror author. I write scary books. And I love the paranormal. I'm fascinated by it. And that is the reason that I started this channel, this stream, for paranormal lovers like myself. We can come in for the next couple of hours and just talk about this case, the Perron family haunting. What do you think of it so far? Chilling? For the first time, Bathsheba attacks the girls. Previously, she had only focused on Carolyn, but now she's targeting the children too. I think that this seance really ticked Bathsheba off. What do you think? Christine is age 11. She's pushed down the stairs and she falls and breaks her wrist. Family cannot explain this to doctors because they will think that it is a case of child abuse. Nancy is age 12. She's locked in a closet, screaming to the top of her lungs. The door won't open for hours. She screams, pounds on the door. Family can hear her, but cannot get the door open. Finally opens on its own after 3 hours. As you can imagine, Nancy is hysterical. Andrea, age 13, scratched across the face, 3 marks, deep, scarred permanently. She's devastated. I mean, to be a teenage girl with scars. April, age 6. Strangely, now this is so strange, okay? Strangely, April is never attacked. All the rest of the girls were, but April was not. Why? Why wasn't she attacked? Bathsheba seems to avoid this little girl. I find that fascinating. What is it about April that wards off Bathsheba? April says, Mr. Soldier protects me. Bathsheba can't hurt me. And she's just very matter of fact about it. Roger, he just watches his wife and children being attacked, and he's helpless and considers leaving no matter the cost. But Carolyn just keeps saying, no, we're not leaving. Because if we leave, she wins. They look into bankruptcy to escape the house. But legal processes take time. So after this seance, Bathsheba starts attacking the kids, all except for one, and that is April, and she's 6 years old. Christine ends up breaking her wrist because she's pushed down the stairs. Nancy is locked in a closet for 3 hours, and Andrea is scarred. And so my question to you was, why? Why was April spared? I think personally that if Bathsheba wanted to get to April, I think she could have did it. But what do you think? Anna says, that's strange. The seance just stirred things up. Chera says maybe she was because she had gone through puberty. Right. She hadn't because she was so young. Pink, maybe the soldier. Shirley says the soldier and the little boy Oliver. Melanie says, so why doesn't the soldier protect them all? Right. Why is it just April? Pink, I don't know anything about the husband being attacked as of yet. X says, Cherish, oh creepy. Cherish says puberty. I think she's onto something there. Shirley says the little boy Oliver. Kim says, I think that soldier is keeping the youngest daughter. Martha Reagan says, I think because she's a baby, because she's young. Anna says, I could not be in a closet. I would have such a panic attack. For 3 hours, that's insane. These are children being terrorized by something that they can't see, can't fight, and can't escape. And their parents, they can't protect them either. Summer 1972. The family is in a crisis. Carolyn is breaking down. The children are traumatized, and Roger is desperate. They try everything. They tried to contact a Catholic priest, refused to come back, said he felt evil in that house. They try holy water. It doesn't work. Prayers, whatever. Sage, salt, protective symbols, it doesn't work. Another medium is called, and she refuses once she hears about the house. Nothing works. Bathsheba is too strong. And then something worse emerges, as if this family hasn't already been through enough. Here we go. The Demon, 1973. 2 years of being in the house. Up until now, the family has avoided the cellar. April's warning from the first month echoes. There's another one in the cellar. What's down there, baby? Carolyn asked her youngest. The dark one. He's down there. We don't go near him. They kept the cellar door locked for 2 years. They don't go down there. But in 1973, the cellar entity starts to emerge. The cellar. Description of this place. It's an unfinished basement. A dirt floor. I'm already creeped out because I hate basements. Stone walls. No windows. A single bare bulb that doesn't always work. It's freezing cold, even in the summer. And it smells absolutely dreadful. Sulfur, rot, and death. The feeling, pure, unadulterated, evil. The phenomena, sounds from below. It starts out small, growling, animal-like, but wrong. Scratching, like claws on stone. Chairs dragging. Heavy footsteps, bipedal, large. Breathing, deep, labored. Sometimes screaming, human screaming that is agonized. The door. Roger forbid the girls to ever open up the cellar door. He went and bought a padlock and put it on it. But sometimes when he would wake up in the morning and look, the door was wide open. The padlock is undone, not broken. That's a big point. Carefully opened. No one has the key but Roger. And this happens repeatedly. Roger investigates. He finally goes down to the cellar. He wants to see what's causing these sounds. January 1973. Roger unlocks the cellar door, flashlight in hand. It is absolutely freezing down there. He tells Carolyn, I'm going down there. I need to see what's down there. Carolyn, Roger, please don't. April says something terrible is down there. Roger, April is 7 years old, Carolyn. I'm not going to be scared of a cellar in my own house. He descends the stairs, old wooden steps, creaking. Roger, he reaches the bottom, shines his flashlight around. He's looking for a dead animal, something that's causing that horrific stench. He shines his flashlight. What do you see, Daddy? He continues looking. It's just a cellar. There's nothing down here. April speaks up. There is someone down there, Daddy. He's the dark one. But as he says it, the temperature begins to drop even lower. His breath is visible. The smell hits him. Sulfur. Overwhelming. I don't know if you've ever smelled sulfur before, but when you do, you don't forget it. Roger, he's gagging. The smell is there, and it's strong. God, what is that smell? Then he feels it. Being watched. Someone in the corner, way back in the darkness. Roger, he shines his flashlight. Hello? Is someone down here? A growl, deep, inhuman, coming from the dark corner where no light reaches. Roger, backing toward the stairs. Who's there? Two red lights appear in the darkness, like eyes, glowing, watching him. Roger, he's terrified and he's running up these rickety old wood steps. Get out of the way, girls! Move! He slams the door behind him, padlocks it. He's shaking. Carolyn, her arms are folded. What did you see? Roger. What did you see, Daddy? April asked. He looks over top of April to Carolyn sitting by the sink. Eyes. Red eyes, and something growled at me. That's not an animal. That's something else. See? What do we do? Roger, we never go down there again. Ever. Roger. Skeptical, practical Roger Perron sees red eyes and hears inhuman growling in the cellar. He's terrified. What's in the cellar? Seekers? I'm gonna go with the demon. Karen, thank you for watching my live for 300 minutes. Kim says Roger is seeing a demon. Shirley says, heck yes, it stinks so bad. Cindy says, rotten eggs. Oh yeah. Kim says, Roger is in big trouble. Big trouble. Kim says, no way would I go down the basement steps. Absolutely not. Anna says, I would run like the wind. X says, creepy. Me neither. Chera says, thank goodness we don't have basements on the West Coast. You're lucky. We have some of the creepiest here in the Southeast. Pink, yes, big trouble. So, demon, inhuman entity, evil spirit. I saw someone earlier that said a portal. Hey, Raybab. So I think all of us have came to the conclusion that we think it's a demon. And that's what the family believes too. April has been right all along. The dark one in the cellar isn't human. And it never was. Spring, 1973. The cellar entity grows stronger. After Roger's encounter, the cellar phenomena increases. The sounds intensify, growling heard throughout the house, coming through the floor, scratching on the underside of the floorboards, heavy footsteps climbing the cellar stairs. Stop at the door, like something is trying to get out. The door is found open almost daily now, sometimes standing wide open. Roger will go to the foot of the steps and look down into the darkness beyond. No one goes near it. Roger nails it shut, and the nails are removed overnight. Roger padlocks it again. It's found open again. And eventually, Roger just leaves it. Whatever's down there wants out. And they can't stop it. One thing that Andrea talks about in her book is the sulfur. The smell just seeps through the house now because the door will not stay closed. And it's the strongest near the cellar door, but it's spreading. Some mornings she would say the entire first floor smelled like sulfur, and sometimes it would even climb the steps and would make its way upstairs. The presence. Family feels the cellar entity's influence, like something is pushing up through the house. Bathsheba becomes more aggressive. It's almost like she's being powered by it. Theory, the cellar entity is amplifying Bathsheba. So, I believe that the seller entity is demonic, inhuman, and getting stronger. It's amplifying Bathsheba. The attacks worsen. What would you do at this point? X says, don't go in, attacks, basement, sensors, knocks on the floor, and we are, not happening. We are a teaching live. To tweet to believe says, because that's a nope. Kim says, leave. To tweet to believe says, run. Pink says, run, leave. Karen says, I'm gone. Shirley says, get my family out of there. Cherish its gathering energy as fuel from their fear. Yeah. So most of you are saying leave immediately, and I agree. The parents want to, but they still can't afford it. And 1973 only gets worse. The worst year is 1973. The parents later described this as the dark year. Everything that had happened in 1971 and 1972, it intensifies tenfold in 1973. Carolyn's situation: physical deterioration, weight loss extreme. She went down from 130 pounds to 90 pounds. She is malnourished. She is anemic. She is covered in scars from scratches. She has bald patches from her hair being pulled out. She is in constant pain, and she can barely function. Mental deterioration, severe depression, anxiety attacks, paranoia, seeing Bathsheba everywhere, even when she's not there, hearing voices constantly, sleep deprived, getting maybe 1 to 2 hours of sleep daily. Possession attempts. Now this is new and it's terrifying. Carolyn starts experiencing lost time. It's March 1973. Roger comes home from work. He walks in. Carolyn, I'm home. He finds his wife in the parlor, sitting in Bathsheba's chair, the one that no one ever sits in, staring at nothing, because when you sit in that chair, you're pushed out. Roger, Carolyn, what are you doing in that chair? She doesn't respond, doesn't move. Roger, approaching, concerned. Carolyn? She suddenly turns to look at him. Her eyes are wrong. Her expression is wrong. It's not Carolyn. Carolyn, her voice is wrong, older, harsher. Get out of my house. Roger, he's backing away slowly. Carolyn, it's me. It's Roger. Carolyn, standing, advancing on him. This is my house, my land. You don't belong here. Roger, Carolyn, fight it. This isn't you. She blinks, confusion on her face, then her normal voice. Carolyn, herself again, disoriented, shaking her head like she's in a fog. Roger, When did you get home? What? What happened? Why? Why am I in this room? Roger. You don't remember? Carolyn. No. No, I was in the kitchen. I was making lunch and then nothing. I don't remember coming in here. Roger. Carolyn, you've lost hours, babe. It's 6 p.m. Carolyn, looking at the clock, horrified. That's impossible. It was noon. I was making lunch. I don't remember. Oh God, Roger, it's happening. She's trying to possess me. Seekers. Carolyn is experiencing lost time, and this is a sign of possession. Hours that she can't account for. Bathsheba is possessing her for short periods. Drop your reaction in the chat. Donna, thank you for the follow. Raybab, thank you for the follow. All this before the Warrens come, X. Yes. Shirley says, the hell you say? Hey, not Nicole. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she just keeps building. This is the beginning of the full possession. Bathsheba has been attacking Carolyn for 2 years. Now, that's not enough. It's not enough that she pulls her hair and scratches her and strangles her and throws her down the stairs and throws her into furniture and cuts her all over. No. She wants to possess her now. The possession attempts continue from spring to summer of 1973. The frequency. It happens multiple times per week now. Lost time, sometimes minutes, sometimes hours. Carolyn wakes up in different places. No memory of how she got there. During the possession, family says that Carolyn's personality just changes. She becomes cruel and angry to the girls. Says things that she would never say. Voice changes, older, raspier. Sometimes speaks in a language that no one recognizes. Eyes change, go cold, dead, and black. After possession, Carolyn is exhausted, confused, disoriented, sometimes bruised almost like she fought someone. She's terrified. Andrea's documents. Andrea, now 14, is documenting everything, writing down dates, times, what Carolyn says during possession, notices patterns. It's always during the day when Roger is at work. Why do you think that is, Seekers? Why do you think the possession happens when Roger is gone? Let me know in the chat. Usually near 3 p.m., building to the 3 a.m. hour. Always in the parlor or near the cellar door. What is it about the parlor? Bathsheba seems to be drawn to those spaces. The family's fear. Everyone is terrified that one day Bathsheba will possess Carolyn permanently, that Carolyn will be gone, and that Bathsheba will be in her body, and eventually that Carolyn will die. Roger's decision, fall 1973. It's a cold day, bitter in Rhode Island. The leaves are falling to the ground. The sky is a brilliant blue, but his house is pure darkness. Roger decides they need professional help. Not a priest, not a medium. He tells Carolyn and the girls, I believe we need someone who understands this. Someone who has dealt with possession before. He's heard about a couple, paranormal investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren. Ed is a demonologist. Lorraine is a psychic, clairvoyant. Fall 1973. Roger writes to Ed and Lorraine Warren. Who are Ed and Lorraine Warren, you may ask? Ed Warren, he's a demonologist. He's self-taught, not formally educated, and receives a lot of ridicule because of that. But he's experienced and has investigated dozens of hauntings. He is Catholic, deeply religious, uses Catholic rites and prayers, and works with the church. Lorraine Warren, she's a clairvoyant, claims to see and sense spirits. She's a medium. She's experienced in communication with entities. She's also deeply religious and works alongside Ed. Let me show you a picture of them. Most people know who Ed and Lorraine are, but I want to show their pic. I don't know how clear that is. Their reputation in 1973, they are well known in the paranormal community. They have investigated places like Amityville. We'll investigate in 1975. We've already did that case. Annabelle Doll case. Many possession cases. And works with the Catholic Church to document cases for exorcism approval. Roger's letter. He writes to them and explains the situation. House haunted for nearly 3 years. Multiple spirits. One that is malevolent. Her name is Bathsheba. There is a demonic entity in the cellar. Wife is being possessed. Children are being attacked. Please come. We are desperate for help. The Warrens' response. They agree to come. Why? Because this case sounds serious. They arrive in late 1973. They plan to investigate for several days, and they bring equipment with them. Cameras, audio recorders, EMF detectors, religious items, crucifixes, holy water, blessed salt. First meeting, November 1973. The Warrens arrive at the house late afternoon. They park and look at the house. Lorraine looks at Ed before even entering. Ed, do you feel that? Ed. Yes, this place is heavy. Lorraine, there's something very powerful here. Multiple presences. And one of them is... She pauses. One of them is inhuman. Ed, let's meet the family. They enter. The Perron family is waiting. Roger, Carolyn, and all 5 daughters. Roger is grateful. Thank you for coming. We didn't know where else to turn. Ed, I need you to tell us everything. From the beginning. Roger and Carolyn tell the whole story. Andrea shows her journals. 3 years of documentation. The Warrens listen. They take notes. They ask questions. Then Lorraine walks through the house. She likes to be at a distance. Ed follows. The family waits. Lorraine. She's in the parlor. She's here. The one you call Bathsheba? She's standing right there. Points to the cold corner. She's watching us. She's angry that we're here. Ed, making notes. What else do you sense? Lorraine, walking through the house. There are 8 distinct presences. Most are residual echoes, but 3 of them are very active. The woman, Bathsheba, a child spirit, and a male. And she stopped at the cellar door. This is the source. Ed. The cellar. Lorraine. There's something down there. Something inhuman. Demonic. It's been here for longer than Bathsheba. It's feeding her. Giving her power. Carolyn, hopeful, calls out. Can you help us? Can you make them leave? Ed is serious as they sit around the kitchen table. He tells the family to hold hands. Miss Perron, we can document what's happening here. We can gather evidence. But to remove a demonic entity, we'll need the church. We need permission for an exorcism. Lorraine, she sees no point in sugarcoating it. And even then, entities that are this strong don't always leave. Roger. So what are you saying? Ed. We'll do everything we can, Mr. Perron. But this is one of the most powerful hauntings that we've ever encountered. This won't be easy. The Warrens, experienced investigators, say this is one of the most powerful hauntings they've encountered, and Lorraine senses it immediately. Something demonic in the cellar is beating Bathsheba. What's your reaction to that? Terrifying. That's my reaction. Pink says, I just want to know how they can suffer like this for 3 years. Absolutely terrifying because the Warrens were so strong. Shirley says, scares her to death. So, the Warrens have seen a lot. Amityville, Annabelle, dozens of cases, and we're going to end up covering them all. But this one, this house, this entity scares them. The Warrens stay for several days. Their return, they do follow-up visits, and what they document. They take hundreds of photos. Some show anomalies, orbs, shadows, mist. One photo clearly shows a figure in the parlor and looks like an old woman. Several photos are completely black. The camera malfunctioned. Audio recordings. Record constantly. Capture voices. Get out. This is my house. Children's laughter. Crying. Growling from the cellar. Capture the sweeping sounds at 3 a.m. in the morning. Video. They film with an 8mm camera. Capture objects moving. Capture doors opening and closing on their own. That was odd. Capture temperature changes, visible breath. Lorraine's clairvoyant experiences, sees Bathsheba multiple times, communicates with the child spirit, Oliver, senses the soldier spirit that he's very protective, refuses to enter the cellar because it's too dangerous. Ed's assessment. He confirms that demonic presence is in the cellar, confirms that Bathsheba is being amplified by it, confirms that Carolyn is in danger of full possession, recommends an exorcism of the house and possibly of Carolyn. The problem here? To perform an exorcism, the Warrens need permission from the Catholic Church. To get that permission, they need evidence. Ed, we need to conduct a seance. We need to make contact and document it, film it, record it. Then we can take that evidence to the Catholic Church. Roger. We tried a seance before, Mr. Warren. It made everything worse. Ed, this will be different. We know what we're doing, and we'll be prepared. Carolyn, I'll do it. If it means getting help from the church, I'll do it. Lorraine, looking at Carolyn, she puts her hand over hers. Are you sure? This will be dangerous. The entity will fight back. Carolyn, I'm already fighting every day, Miss Warren. Let's do this. The seance is scheduled for March 1974. March the 14th, 1974. The Warrens return. It's time. Location, the parlor. Bathsheba's domain. Present, Ed Warren, Lorraine Warren, Roger Perron, Carolyn Perron. Police Officer Brad, a witness for credibility, and Andrea Perron in another room for safety, but aware. Not present, Nancy, Christine, Cindy, and April. They've been sent to a neighbor's house for safety. The equipment, an 8mm camera, Roger will film, audio recorders, multiple lights in case power goes out, religious items, crucifixes, holy water, blessed salt. Time, 8 p.m. The plan, Lorraine will attempt to make contact. Ed will monitor and protect. Roger will film everything. Officer Brad will witness and document everything for the church. Carolyn's state during this seance is exhausted. She hasn't slept in days. Nervous, knows that this is very dangerous, and hopeful because this is their last chance. 8 p.m. Everyone is seated in the parlor. Lorraine at the head of the table. Roger has the camera and he's filming. Officer Brad is standing against the wall, watching. Ed is beside Lorraine, hand on a crucifix. Carolyn sits across from Lorraine, hands on the table. Everyone, take a deep breath. We're going to attempt to make contact with the spirits in this house. Our intention is communication and understanding. We mean no harm here. She closes her eyes and concentrates. If there are any spirits in this house, make yourself known now. Silence. Then the temperature drops, suddenly, drastically. Everyone's breath is visible. Lorraine. Someone is here. I can feel them. Ed is watching the room. He issues a warning. Be careful, Lorraine. Lorraine. I'm sensing a female presence. Very strong, very angry. She's been here a long time. A sound from the corner, the cold corner, like breathing. Lorraine. Is your name Bathsheba? Crash. A picture flies off the wall and shatters. Lorraine. Eyes still closed. She's here. She's in the room with us right now. Carolyn. A whisper. I can feel her. She's angry. Lorraine. Bathsheba, we're not here to hurt you. We're here to understand. Why are you here? Why won't you leave? A voice. Female. Come here. Old, raspy, coming from the corner. Bathsheba, this is my house. Mine. They don't belong here. Ed, to Roger. Are you getting this? Roger, filming and shaking. Yes. Oh God, yes. Lorraine. Bathsheba, this family lives here now, and they have children. Can't you share this space? Bathsheba, louder and angrier. No! She took my house. She took my life. I won't let her have it. Lorraine. Who are you talking about, Bathsheba? Carolyn? Bathsheba. The mother. She thinks she can raise her children here on my land. I'll unalive her, like I unalive the others. Bathsheba just admitted in a seance that she had unalived other people. Like I unalived the others. There were mothers before Carolyn. This confirms what Roger had researched. Previous families, previous mothers, and deaths. Bathsheba has been doing this for decades. The seance continues. Objects are flying now. Dishes from the cabinet, books from the shelves. The table shakes, the lights flicker, and then Carolyn gasped. Something's wrong. I can't breathe. Roger, dropping the camera, rushes to her. Carolyn! Lorraine, opening her eyes, alarmed. She's trying to possess her. Ed, we need to stop this. Ed, holding up the crucifix. In the name of Jesus Christ, I command you to leave this woman. But it's too late. Carolyn's eyes roll back in her head. Her body goes rigid, and then she collapses. Roger! Carolyn! For a moment, there is complete silence. Everyone frozen. Officer Brad is pale, backing toward the door. And then Carolyn's eyes open, but they're wrong. They're dead. They're empty. When she speaks, it's not her voice. It's Bathsheba. Stop! And that was me talking to the cat. That was not Bathsheba. Now, back to the scene. Finally, I'm free. Roger, backing away. That's not Carolyn. That's not my wife. Ed. We know. She's been possessed. Lorraine, help me. Carolyn, Bathsheba, standing and looking at her hands. My body. My body. Mine now. Lorraine. Bathsheba, I order you to release her. You do not belong in there. Carolyn, Bathsheba, turning to Lorraine, smiling. All wrong. I'm not leaving. I'm staying. This body is mine, just like this house is mine. Just like this land is mine. Roger. Give me back my wife! Carolyn, Bathsheba looking at Roger. Your wife. She's gone. I'm all that's left. Carolyn Bathsheba moves toward Roger, fast at an inhuman speed. Carolyn Bathsheba, I should unalive you. I should unalive all of you like I unalive the baby. Like I unalive the others. Ed, stepping between them, holding the crucifix. In the name of the Father, the Son, and I am going to really hurt you. You are about to get really hurt. Like, seriously, you are about to be a unalived ginger kitty cat. I mean it. Stop! In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, I command you, leave this woman! Carolyn Bathsheba recoils, hisses, an inhuman sound. Come here. Sit. Your God has no power here. This is my domain. Ow! I'm being attacked by an entity that is orange. Roger, he's desperate. Carolyn! Carolyn, I know you're in there. Fight her! Come back to me! Come back to the girls! For a moment, Carolyn's face flickers. Ow! Ow! You're making me lose my place. You're a very bad girl. Lorraine calls out to Roger. Roger, call out to Carolyn. She's still in there. She needs to hear you. Roger is desperate. Carolyn! Carolyn, I know you're in there. Fight her! Come back to me. Come back to the girls. Carolyn, her voice is weak. Roger. Bathsheba reclaiming control. No! Carolyn, Bathsheba begins to levitate off the ground, rises 3 feet in the air. Can you imagine this? Ow! Officer Brad is terrified when he sees this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ed is praying rapidly. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Lorraine joining. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Roger joins in, the 3 of them praying together, loudly. Carolyn Bathsheba is thrashing in the air, fighting, screaming, inhuman screams. Carolyn Bathsheba, stop! You can't make me leave! Ed, we call upon Michael the Archangel. Defend us in battle. Cast into hell Satan and all evil spirits. And just like that, Carolyn's body drops, falls to the floor, unconscious. Silence. Roger rushing to her, cradling her. Carolyn, Carolyn, please. Her eyes flutter open. Normal eyes. Herself. Carolyn, weak and confused. Roger? What happened? Roger is crying and holding her. You're back. Oh, thank God you're back. Lorraine, to Ed, shaken. That was one of the strongest possessions I've ever witnessed. Ed, and we got it on camera and audio. The church will have to help us now. The seance is over. Carolyn is back in her own body, but she doesn't remember any of it. The last thing she remembers is sitting down at the table. Everything else, completely gone. Roger has it on film. The levitation, the voice, the possession. The Warrens have their evidence. Now they take it to the Catholic Church. Carolyn Perron was possessed by Bathsheba Sherman, witnessed by 5 people, filmed, audio recorded, levitated, and she doesn't remember any of it. This is documented. This is real. 5 witnesses, firm evidence. The Warrens have what they need. They go to the church. And the church says no. April 1974, 1 month after the seance, the Warrens returned to the Perron home. Ed, his heart is heavy. We presented everything to the church. The photos, the recordings, the film of the possessions. We showed them all of it. Carolyn. And then will they help us? Will they perform an exorcism? Ed. No. They won't. Roger. What? Why not? Lorraine. The problem that we're running into is the church will only perform exorcisms on baptized Catholics. You're not Catholic, so they won't authorize it. Carolyn is devastated. But we have evidence. They saw what happened to me. It was on recording. Ed, it doesn't matter, Miss Perron. Church policy is church policy. Without baptism, without being part of the Catholic faith, they won't intervene. Roger. This is insane! My wife was possessed! We have it on film! Lorraine, we know. And we argued for you. We showed them everything, but they won't bend the rules. Carolyn, so what do we do? Just live with this? Forever? Ed, we can try to help. We can come back. We can continue to document, but without the church's backing, without an official exorcism, there's only so much we can do. Lorraine, our recommendation is that you leave this house. The entity is just too powerful. And if it happens again, you might not make it, Carolyn. The demon in the cellar is too strong. It's been here way before Bathsheba. Bathsheba will keep trying to possess you, and eventually she might succeed permanently. Roger, we can't leave. We don't have the money. We've been trying to save up for 3 years. We're still not there. Ed, then all we can say is be careful. Pray. Protect yourselves as best as you can. And when you do have the money, leave. Don't wait. Just go. Seekers, the church refuses to help because the Perrons aren't Catholic. They're trapped in a house with a demon and a violent spirit that tried to possess Carolyn. No, didn't try, did. And there's no help coming. What is your reaction to this? I mean, it just makes me so angry. Yeah, so basically be homeless. I would be gone. I would have been gone so far before this. Right. I mean, even if they're not Catholic, still something inside of me would say this family needs help. They are dealing with a demonic entity, and they're dealing with a very evil entity, two entities, and we should help them. So, I'm expecting to see anger, frustration, and despair in the comments, and that's exactly what I'm seeing. The church has the evidence, and they believe it's real. There's no doubt that there is a problem, but policy is policy, and the Perrons are on their own. 1972, 1973, and 1974. 3 years of escalating violence. 3 years of attacks. 3 years of possession attempts. Carolyn's desperation led to a seance that made things only worse. The Warrens arrived and documented everything, including Carolyn's possession. But the church refused to help. The family is still trapped. By the end of 1974, Carolyn is physically and mentally broken. The girls are traumatized. They're now ages 8 through 17. Roger is desperate and helpless. Bathsheba is stronger than ever. The cellar entity is still down there, and the family has to stay, get this, for 6 more years. The parents have endured 3 years of hell. And believe it or not, they have 6 more years to go. What's your reaction? Drop it in the chat. I am just in total disbelief. 6 more years. These girls are going to grow up in this house, from children to teenagers to adults, in constant terror. I do not understand that. I do not. And Friday night, we'll investigate those final 6 years. We will cover 6 more years in the house, from 1974 to 1980, how the family survived, daily life with evil, the girls' teenage years in a haunted house, how they finally escaped in 1980, and what happened to the house after they left. The house today, still haunted. The Conjuring movie versus reality, and my final verdict. Do I believe that this case is real? Before we close, after tonight, do you believe Carolyn Perron was genuinely possessed by Bathsheba Sherman? Drop a yes, a no, or I'm not sure. Remember, 5 witnesses were there. It was filmed. It was audio recorded. Levitation, voice change, personality change, and documented by experienced investigators. Do you believe it happened? Do I? Thank you for investigating with me tonight. Tonight was a deep night 2 Yes, 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 yes. You believe that she was possessed. Martha says, I blame the family. Cherish says, I'm shocked. They made it alive insane. Right? Anna says, my daughter used to by the week. 6 more years. Pink says, I just say best of luck to you. Right, you rent by the week, or is that a hotel? There are some economy places that you can do that. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Don't forget, tomorrow night on Twisted Tales Live is the continuance of The Crimson Queen. Earl says it's the real deal. Leslie Marie says, how can you go to sleep at night knowing something is going to happen? This is scary as hell. It is. It is. Paul, thank you. Great investigation. Glad you enjoyed it. Sandy, thank you, Bryn. You're welcome. You're most welcome. Good night, Kim. Good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow night for Crimson Queen on Twisted Tales Live. And then Friday night, we continue the final night of our investigation of the Perron family haunting. I love you all. Good night, everyone. Good night, X Channel.